Go on, everyone. It's late. It's a dummy drop, my beautiful girl. Rock it out. Ready to ride the girl road.
If you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Come along with me. Together with the truth you'll see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Hell is here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Spreading truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls,
Thank you,
let's take the
Melly.
ride.
Thank you, my
Come
love.
in here and spread the
God.
cheer. Members make the truth so clear. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong.
Thank you, darling.
And share the
Appreciate
vibe.
you, baby.
Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong, together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community.
Thank you, Widow.
Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justin's heart and your support, together we will hold the fort. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe.
Thank you, baby.
Take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Well, hello, my beautiful pearls. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. YouTube, sound like a boy going through puberty. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is April 10th, 2025. It is currently 10:14 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Thank you all. Good to see you all so much. I really do appreciate you. We got a lot to talk about. Um, there was a lot apparently going on last night while I guess I was in bed. Voice is a little different, or did you just wake up? I don't really feel too good today, to be honest with you. I'm trying to get there though. I'm really trying to get there. Uh, but it'll be okay. So last night, Edgar was up on a panel. He was up on a panel and he made some comments. I blame it on the pollen. I blame it on antibiotics, Ginger. I blame it on antibiotics. But yes, he oh, I hope you feel better, widow. Hope you feel better. But the good thing is I'm off tomorrow, and I'm off Saturday, and I'm off Sunday, and I'm off Monday. So you blame yours on limes, Sharon. When you if you have any sort of autoimmune, whenever you get sick, it sucks even that much more. It really does, because it kind of flares things up. But I'm trying. I'm here for you guys. So we got to talk about it. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. Really do appreciate you all for coming in. Edgar made some very interesting statements last night. Edgar's looking for pervy wife number 6. Well, I mean, the way it seems, there's people out there who's willing to do a lot for Edgar. So you never know. You never know. Love ya all. It's been a day. I'm sorry, me and you. We have those days, don't we? We do. You slept through it. I slept through it too, apparently. And yeah, we're going to talk about it. Tomorrow, I'll be doing a couple lives. They'll be in the evening. Mods, if you remember the mod chat that we did the other day, I'm going to try to start doing that. And what I was talking about tomorrow will probably be one of those lives. So just remember that. I wonder if Edgar, I think so. Like Sam, nothing would surprise me. I need to thank Mally Cat. Thank you, Mally Cat. Gifting a pearl necklace. Really do appreciate you. If you received that pearl necklace, make sure you thank our dear Mally Cat. Really do appreciate you, my dear. And we got Sith. You received that. Make sure you give our sister Krista a big thank you. Thank you so much. And then we got Widow Bailey gifting a pearl necklace and saying, finally, some common sense on these streets today. Love my pearl family. We love you, Widow Baby. Really do appreciate you. You know something? I it is amazing to me how there are people on here who will literally change what they think, you know, what they will say publicly, because they fall into more of like a peer pressure, want to be in a certain group on where they stand over a case. And there is nothing that could ever make me do that for anyone. I don't need to be in any group or any team. The only team we need to be on is the victims. So people lose their common sense. You're exactly right, Widow Bailey. So thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you gifting that pearl necklace and that super chat, my dear. And thank you, Maria. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are well. Thank you, my love. And thank you, Mally Cat, for your super sticker. Again, my love. And Holly, thank you so much for your super sticker. Me and you, love you. It's been a day. Thank you so much, my dear. Hobo, thank you so much, honey. I wanted to say I love you, Dustin, Romeo, and the Crow family. I will be MIA for a few days, but as soon as I get my phone back, I will be in touch. Thank you, honey. We are praying for you. It's all going to be okay. Stay the course. Stay strong. And we'll be thinking about you in the meantime. If you need anything, we are here. And thank you, John. 13 months, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Sandy Johnson, check my text. Thank you so much, my dear. I will I don't see. Are you sure it's a text? Yeah, sure it's a text. Let's see here. What time did you text? Maybe text me again because I don't see it. I want to show Mally Cat because Mally Cat and I have very similar little kitties. I got too many things open here. Good God in heaven. All right, 1 second, y'all. Mally Cat, here's one of my kitties. Let me just show you. Here's one of my kitties. They look a lot alike with your kitty. There's one of my kitties. CP makes Pinocchio look good. Yeah. Yeah. So they look a lot alike with yours. I always say every time I see Mally Cat's kitty, Hobo, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. And can you send that again, Sandy, if you don't mind? And I have, here's the other one, meowing or yawning. I think it's yawning. There, Hims is. Hims yawning it up. I have 5 kittens. Anyone need one? Oh, God. Trucks lined up for today, Justin. Oh, CC, don't even worry. Let me tell you something. If someone is talking, hold on, I think I might get got that text. Let me make sure. Listen, there is only a few reasons why people talk about you. And that's it. There's only a few reasons. um, either it's jealousy in drag, pretty much. They're actually jealous, or they're farming content, meaning it's something to talk about, um, or they actually do like you, um, but they hate that they do, or they're using reverse clout. They crave a reaction. That's generally why only people talk about you. So no big deal. If somebody, just whatever, whatever, you know what I mean? All right. Let me see if they text me. I still don't see your text, honey. Make sure you text it to the right number. Don't see it anywhere. Anywhere. All right. So we're going to go over some of the things. Onward and upward. That's right. That's right. I have 2 kitties. And the yawning one looks like my Jack. I love you, friend. Love you too, Mally. Thank you so much. I subscribe to every channel except Justin. It's Widow Bailey. It's not even worth watching. It's not even worth watching. I don't bother anybody. Anybody. That's it. Cindy Lou, how do you do? Thank you so much, my dear 10 months. Really do appreciate you. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much. My loves. A Nicholas, that's you. It's very easy to get down. And because there's people, and this happens for every creator. And just to be fair, every creator is lied about at some point or another. Every creator. Um, and a lot of people, will just say a lot of outlandish stuff. Some of it may be true, some of it may not be true, some of it may be half truths, um, and some of it has absolutely no basis whatsoever. But if people, I always feel like the people who really matter, the people that know you, always know the difference. You know what I mean? They always know the difference. And you have to be okay with that. Otherwise, you don't see anyone, you know, uh, take like Chris McDonough or um some other big creator. What's the big woman and she does the court? I can't think of her name. Any big creators. They never respond. Never, never respond. Do you think, you know, the Kardashians is going to respond, go live, fire up a live? I mean, they might snap back a little bit every once in a while or whatever, but these people don't respond. You only if you go there with them, then it doesn't work. Doesn't work. That's right. That's right. That's right. So there we go. But some people feel like they have to, respond. I think respectfully, Brittany's one of those people. You know what I mean? She's one of those that responds to everything. There's no way in hell I would do that. It really does, Detective Golden. It really does. And that's it, Susan. You're exactly right. You do that, people will never even, those who want to believe something, regardless whether it's untrue, true, somewhere in the middle, will always believe the worst about you. And the people who, care about you or whatever, they, you know, they believe the best in you. So, exactly. Real me too. Exactly. All right. Moving forward, moving along here. Oh, I've got to show you guys something, a couple things actually. So, before we get to what Mr. Edgarstein, shit, I just messed it up. Before we get to Mr. Edgarstein spoke about last night, well, I've got to show you a couple things. I have a local who went to the neighborhood at 3 in the morning on it, or not 3 in the morning, sorry, at 5 something in the morning whenever the trash ran. And you've got to see what the actual trash truck looks like far away. Kiki, you can usually count your true friends on one hand. Thank you for being a great friend. Oh, thank you, Kiki. That's very kind of you. I really do appreciate you, my dear. That's very, very sweet of you. And you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Um, so without further ado, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. Let me read a little bit of that email that this was, by the way, this was taken, this video was taken in December. So it starts the route, in the Victoria Place neighborhood around 5:15ish. This street that I'm going to show you is on Honeysuckle. Or sorry, the street is Honeysuckle. It went all the way up to the top of Honeysuckle, stopped every 20 to 30 yards. As it went up the hill to collect cans and dump them into the back of the truck. Once it got to the top of the hill, it made a tricky 3-point turn and then came back down the hill and went into Victoria Place. By the time it got to Stafford Court, it was 5:45 a.m. Second, the truck rather, did not have a big arm that lifts cans up and over the top of the truck. The cans were lifted into the lower back end of the truck. Early on, there was a lot of discussion of whether or not the trash people actually handed the cans or if there was an arm that lifted the cans. It's a little bit of both. The guys put the cans on the arm and then it lifted them a few feet off the ground and into the rear of the truck. Third, and most importantly, the truck is lit up like a dang Christmas tree. It is incredibly bright red and white lights that flash. It, in all caps, cannot be mistaken for a flashlight. Just to prove it, I took a video and several photos of the truck. It was raining and pitch black that morning. So the lights were a bit distorted in the video. Also, I kept my distance so that I did not make the trash guys uncomfortable, and because I wanted to give a to scale perspective on what the lights on the truck would have looked like if what it would look like if filmed from the house on the corner. As you can see, the lights on the truck do not look anything like the infamous flashlight video. Now, here we go. This is it. Oh, shit. 1 second. I need to. Well, no, I can do it like this, I think. Maybe. Okay. Well, what it looks like. Let me put it in a different file so I can make it bigger. That way it'll look better on this. It's very clear that give me 2 seconds, y'all. This is the actual truck. This was, you can see, this is what that trash light looks like before the sun rises, right? And this is I mean, this is far away, right? That's very far away. Is Mohawk in here? Look at that. It is lit up like a Christmas tree. And you can see all of this. It kind of gives you that bus stop feel. You know what I mean? Like how it flashes. Which, I don't gotta convince you guys that it's a it's not a trash truck. But here we go. I might be. Thank you so much, Widow Bailey. Really do appreciate the baby doll. You received that. Make sure you thank Widow, and thank you again, Kiki. Really do appreciate you. So, Justin, do you have the video of Sebastian's bus going by at 6:20? If so, listen to what you hear in the background very close by. I don't have that. I've not seen that, actually, Dave. I've not seen that. Oop, what'd I do? Okay. So let's go over what Edgar said last night. He popped up on panel. Julie was apparently, she went on Queen Bee's panel for a little bit last night. And then, Edgar jumps right up. Jumps right up. And we're going to talk about it here. Make sure I got it right. Is this from today? Okay, this is from today. Maybe I should just play it like from Queens. Let me check here. All right, here we go. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I really wonder what she what caused him to start doing this, because it's just not, he knows better. That's the thing. And I think it may be that because this interview's coming out, getting ready to come out, and he wants there to be a good perception of him, perhaps. That's the only thing I could possibly think. You know what I mean? SF quit. What'd that say? SF quit. Okay. And now started coming on panels. And now he started coming on panels. Hmm. Perhaps. Um. Hey, it's please check. All right, I'll check that. Scissors. The white logo on the paper bag. Okay, I'll look at that. Okay. Well, he talks about Edgar talks about read sorry, I'm trying to read everyone's comment, YouTuber. Can they is it real far up? If it's real far up, I can't. I got a lot. But if it's not real far up, then I'll look. Hey War, honey. Lakeside Ginger. How far is it up for did you say Dave? I don't even remember. Everyone's saying interesting. I hear all three come on the street, compost and recycling. Um Dave, you hear a trash truck. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, if I saw that he's you hear the trash truck, but that's all I see. Obviously, he doesn't get attention at times. Yeah. SF talked about ground penetrating radar, then was suddenly not working. Was CP any more interesting? That ground penetrating radar is, let me tell you something, in my opinion, is an absolute waste of going over there where that housing development is. I don't know if you answered this, Justin. Already apologize, but we have heard anything about a criminal warrant for who and what. There's no criminal warrant that we are aware of at all. Yeah, 906, not bad for 1041 at night. um, he asked if you have video of bus at 620 and listen to what you heard in the background. I don't have that. If someone has that video, I would love. And you can hear a bus, right? He's pissed at the mob crew. Looks like he'd be spending. Well, this is the thing. Edgar tries to charm some people and he tries to be nice to some people. And many people who are, what's the word? They let their guard down after someone is nice to them and they think, oh, well, that's not possible. They couldn't, they couldn't have had a moment done something like that. I mean, you got to realize this happens in every case. Even same happened with, Don and Candace Wells. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Anyone who um, speaks that this does not make sense and that, why won't you answer very simple, basic questions and questioned them, like myself, mob crew, um, uh, what's Aiden's lore lodge, deception detective, bless his heart, Peter Hyatt, rest in peace. Any of us that say, mm, something's not right here, and help us understand. Help us understand, right? And it's not asking anything major. Just where were you? What were you doing? And why can't you talk about where you was at? Of course, law enforcement can't say and would never say, don't say you weren't or what you were doing when a child, uh, walked off or was taken. Very common sense stuff. Exactly, Levy. And people just lose that. People, creators, some subscribers, they lose that completely. They lose the rational part of it whenever there becomes an emotional or a different perception of a person. All right, let's go. I think it's more toward the end here. Credit goes to Queen B. Link will be provided in the description. All right. Let me put her link here in the description here. Queen B. The fuck? Sorry. I don't know why I just did that. Sorry, guys. I'm moving slower today. I'm trying to get her link so I can put it in the description. And it just did like a link that was way off. All right, here we go.
For the time he moved from California to here, and then we've got videos before his voice changed, and we got a video or two after his voice changed, and it's like,
why do they always constantly talk about him changing his body, his voice, his mustache? There's a lot of focus on that, and then that's just weird to me. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Really don't.
good God. And it's crazy. I mean, just watching your kids grow up before you, it really makes you stop and think how much valuable the time is that you have with your children. And it doesn't matter what age they are. My parents are older, and they watch their kids still grow and their grandbabies. And I mean, the same for everybody else on this, you know.
I agree.
It time is valuable.
I have a question, Chris. Have you ever seen the
I mean, it's right. It is. Time is valuable. But you know what else? Time was valuable when Sebastian first went missing as well, right? Whenever, you know, and this goes for, they should have all been out there uh, participating, doing interviews or searching or something. Oh, he does. He does, Ollie. He certainly does. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much, my dear. The evil cage is being rattled. Remember, the truth never changes. Blessings, everyone. Thank you so much, Sharon. I really do appreciate you, my dear. And you're exactly right. Instead of waiting until the next day to issue an Amber Alert.
Video on YouTube that's like a short video, and the YouTube name is Sebastian Rogers, and it looks like someone's under a porch or a deck filming.
Put a 1 in the chat if you have not heard this. Only if you have not heard it. Yeah, Edgar is getting, yeah. Okay, so there's a lot of you. All right, okay, let's do it. Let's, okay, here we go.
I think I've seen a picture of it, but I don't think I've seen a video of it.
I just wondered if that area looked familiar to you.
When I'd seen the picture, it was kind of grainy, so I really couldn't make out
Yep.
a lot. I mean, I could see there's a person,
You're right, Mohawk.
like, in the background of the picture, and it looks like somebody's underneath a deck.
I didn't know it.
But it looks like you're belly crawling under the deck from the way I can see it. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
I just put the link to the video in back chat if Queen wanted to pull it up. But yeah, it looks like she's got a couple dogs on leashes, like a bloodhound. and
Oh,
a
he can't get
German
enough of me, honey.
Wow.
Firefly, you're up.
Let me tell you something. Edgar listens to us all of us, especially the ones that know things.
Up here with this. I'm here. I'll go grab this link now.
Yeah, I don't know of anybody that's
Come on, Edgar.
be around.
You're welcome up.
That has a bloodhound or a German.
Mondo to Mondo.
Not anybody in.
I'll be nice. I will be so nice to you. I'll ask you questions, but I'll be so nice. Come on up. I'll put on whatever color lipstick you want me to. Okay? Okay. Come on, Edgar. You know you want to. Come on.
In my side of the family that I know of would have has those animals.
Thank
I
you.
just wondered if maybe it looked like Seth.
Hold on. Are you sure this is because you just dropped a short and it popped up with iPhone, connect your devices to your new Wi-Fi network?
Yes, Debbie.
Yeah, if you keep playing it, they're like connecting to a Wi-Fi on their phone, and then they start.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now, Chris, that's
Not that
not
you meant
fair. I'm your cousin, and I have a German Shepherd.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Is that Clue talking? The fuck? Why does her voice sound like that?
And I have a German Shepherd.
She must not have her teeth in.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's true.
All right. Here we go.
Yeah. She voice is
And this
different.
was January
I didn't know who it
16th,
was.
2024.
I'm not being mean. I'm just saying I don't think she has her teeth in because she's just talking like, you know, whatever thing. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that
They're being sarcastic.
Not to my
No.
knowledge.
I think they're being sarcastic, saying that they're cousins. I think she's just being absolutely sarcastic.
Doesn't look like anybody or anywhere that I am affiliated or known with.
Edgar, get your bra. There's trouble next door. KK's got her pants on the neighbor's floor.
Yeah, I didn't know if the garage in the background looked familiar, like a certain neighborhood or anything. It looks like someone's hiding, doesn't it?
Hold on a minute. Play that again.
Isn't that Seth's mom?
Seth's mom?
Isn't this Seth's mom, Robin?
Pause it.
I think that they're okay. For those of y'all that don't know, it's this vid. It's this. There is a video out there that it says Sebastian Rogers, and it's got this video that, in my opinion, has nothing to do with anything. Just my opinion, though. And, you know, of course, someone's bringing it up.
I don't know.
Dude, don't even.
I can't make out the.
There,
Yeah.
hold on. That was a better.
The sun is shining, that's why.
They're
No.
standing under. If you look on that,
And they're-
if their family
Nothing.
area, I don't know anything about the area. So
The funny thing, though, Chris, is it says January 16th, and in Tennessee, things wouldn't be that green, would they? In January?
Yeah. Exactly, War.
some places it could be.
No, it's not.
Because if you
Edgar. So, okay. All right. Let's go there. Let's take your word for it, Edgar. It's that warm in Tennessee with the leaves and stuff out. Well, then why the fuck was you putting your skirting on that night? Huh? If all the leaves and the grass and the birds and the bees and everything is out, then why were you putting the skirting on that night? I'll wait. Edgar.
go back to when Sebastian was missing, the 26th, it was warm outside.
True.
I mean, it was
Oh.
up. I think it was the third day is when it got cold and it rained and it turned cold.
So January 16th, 2024 was a school holiday.
You think so, Kiki? I don't know what it looks like to
They
me.
didn't have school.
Yeah,
that
that would have been Martin Luther
307?
King Day. If I'm correct, January 16th. Maybe.
So would he
Yeah,
have been
this
home
video is
alone?
old. This video's been out for a while. We've seen this video. It's definitely we've seen it before.
Let's.
I'm pretty sure they said it was Seth with. I'm pretty sure they said that was Robin, Seth's mom.
I don't think that's anybody related.
I see. I don't.
Wrong, but I'm pretty sure
But
that's.
see,
what
here's
they
Some
said.
very
That
interesting
lady's got a
stuff
lot
up
of
here,
hair.
though. Just wait.
But see,
Right.
here's where I would disagree with that. Is one, if January 16th, somebody have to look it up on a calendar to see.
I mean, to me, this looks like it's like on a porch, and this is like a hill or something. This is like a hill,
If I'm close to being right.
but that's I
If
don't
that
know
was
what it is.
MLK
Okay.
weekend, which would I think falls on a Monday, and Sebastian was at his dad's that weekend, he would have had a long
Something's-
weekend. So
There's
he would have been
something
his
with
dad
Jeff.
with his dad on
Something's
Monday,
weird.
and his dad
Yeah.
would have dropped him off early Tuesday morning to catch the bus at the house.
Spin
So,
my
I don't see how
Loretta,
Robin
Nice Marie, Lakeside.
would have been here in
Noah,
Tennessee because, to my knowledge,
Yeah.
the first time Robin had been out here was when Sebastian went.
Well, on that, QB is saying that this is Robin, who is Seth's mother, and this woman doesn't not look like that. She definitely doesn't look like Robin at all. At all. Not in the least. You're right. Thank you so much, Lovey. Really do appreciate you. I also feel CP listens, so I want you to be extra careful, Justin. I'm sure he doesn't want to be a pair, though. Love you, all you do. I'm sure he doesn't want to be a pair, though. I don't know what you mean, Levy. I'm sorry, I don't understand. You can write it back in chat, just what you mean, baby. Thanks for sharing this. In my opinion, they're grabbing at whatever they can dig up. Oh, Pearl. I'm dumb sometimes. Doesn't want to be a Pearl, though. Okay, I got you, Levy. Got you. Okay. Justin, it looks like underneath someone's deck. Perhaps he shifted like a cantaloupe. Oh, well, you know what he says in this live? He says the last time he was in the last time he saw Sebastian was February 2nd. And guess what? I'm going to find out. I text someone this evening. They are on their way back. They're flying back from out of town, a local. And we're going to figure that out now that he gave us a date, in my opinion, allegedly. Because remember, there was a parent-teacher conference. And Edgar was there. 100% there. And so we gotta dig with that too. February 2nd was a Friday. Yes, it was. So please hold. Just wait.
And that's to what I know. She may have come out here before. I don't know.
Well, I talked to someone today, and they said that from what they remember, that he was in a meeting with all the parents just about a week and a half before Sebastian disappeared. My perception of the time frame has always been between the 5th and the 10th. So we're going to narrow that down shortly. And I will be able to tell you. Wasn't the conference on 2/7/2024? I don't know. That's what I'm going to find an actual time when he was there. He said the 5th a long time ago. He sure did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. You're exactly right, baby kisses.
Martin Luther King Day was the 15th on that year.
Okay, so then the 16th would have been a Tuesday. So he would have been in school.
There was no school. They said there was a storm. So that's weird. Because it doesn't look like snow there.
If Sumner County schools were out January 16th and there was snow on the ground, then that, wherever that camera is, that is not.
What's that, Dave Campbell? Seth's first YouTube video was made the day after the video, and account was found. It may give you an idea of what the surroundings looked like at that time. I'm not really following you, Dave. I'm sorry.
Not Tennessee.
You're a
Or
little more
it's not
specific.
where we live.
Right.
That'd be 9 to 1 if we're out of, if Sumner County.
Sorry, guys. Y'all are making some good comments here, so I want to say this. Justin, KP had a 360 on her phone. Did CP have a 360 on his phone? According to CP, yes. Not only he and his immediate family, but his mom, all of his extended family. KP said she did, but I never heard CP say he had it. Yes. He has 360. KK had 360. Sebastian had 360. His mama, Cruella, Donkey Tooth, all of them. All comments, not be stingy. Yeah, I know. I wish I could read them all. I go back and read them. It's really hard. I used to get so, like, when I was just a creator, especially when I first started, or before I was a creator and I was on YouTube and I first started going to live streams, I was like, why is this fucking creator not reading my messages? And I would sometimes get I'd be like, why is this bitch not reading my message? And now I get it. You know what I mean? Why is he popping out of these vile channels that talk about people? Yeah, I agree. When you said Donkey Tooth, I almost spit my water. He's the donkey from what is it? Shrek.
Counties out of school, most of the surrounding areas, Montgomery, Davison, Wilson, Williamson, all of them will also be out of school normally.
Yep, truth in time. You
It could have been
right.
uploaded that date. You guys are right. But it's the only video on that channel.
You always make me feel better, though. Even
Just this one.
before, I didn't feel good. I still don't feel great, but I feel so much better being here, like live.
Is there any way to find out who
Y'all
owns
make me
the
laugh.
channel?
Not if there's not any information on it. And see,
Oh, I know. I know that exactly. DC. He didn't. If he didn't take his phone, 360 is not relevant to where his whereabouts. But that's the thing. He said he took his, phone everywhere with him, right? Why wouldn't you? We all take our phone everywhere with us, don't we? Except if we're, of course,
see how it says
be
at
hiding
Sebastian
something.
Rogers -P61.
Yeah.
Like
That'd
Queen,
be
you know how
so
you
good.
made your, like, you can customize
Yep.
your at.
Yes.
Like they never did it. It's almost like that was
Yes,
a
DC.
sign because they
Yep.
put Sebastian Rogers and then just added that
Thank you, Detective.
P61. So they never even customized their handle to anything. Does it say when the account was created?
January 14th, 2024.
Damn, 2 days before they put that video on.
So, and another thing, like Teresa, when did Crispy Toes start the St. Jude job? Well, he would have started it January or February, I guess, right after the 2nd. But why aren't you putting your skirting on the 1st of February? Why are you doing it literally at the end of February? I don't believe him. I don't believe this Jeff guy who says he came back at 11 something at night on his Harley when he was coming back. Why? You're north of Memphis. You're not in Mississippi. You're north of Memphis. Did he tell Nancy Grace he was at the RV park in January? No. What he said was that in January, I regularly and consistently, I think is what he said, saw Sebastian many times. But the irony is, now remember, CPS is allegedly there January 26th or 28th. And then I'll be honest with you. If he actually left the 2nd, that is closer that he left the home to the 26th or the 28th. To me, that makes more sense that he, in my opinion, wasn't supposed to be there. But I think he still, on the weekends and stuff, I still think that he came to Hendersonville. He says he can't say the days. All right. All right, play, mother chicken, play.
Damn, 2 days before they put.
That-
Look how
Yeah.
people are like.
Are they?
Like it's Sebastian.
Oh wow.
Wild.
He's going to answer some questions.
It's interesting, to say the least.
Interesting.
We did give this to SF a while back, though, so he's had it.
Yeah, I mean, if he's had it, then he's probably
Looked into
done
it.
whatever he's needed to do to track down whatever. I mean, I don't.
Right.
There's something, Quinn. This is actually for Brittany, and I'm not being snotty at all. I
Okay, this is
under my name.
absolute bullshit right here. I want
That
to
twice. Somebody started.
listen to Edgar. The questions.
Go into Brittany's chat.
So-
Never once said you was. There's a mystic firefly. Was it
Queen asked him, going
you there because there's firefly?
and either
Fucking
there's
Brit.
way.
Driver's kid going there now?
No. She didn't. I worked hard. Don't
Nobody
call her
cares about.
Oh, I went into Kathy's Pete chat and I go.
Okay,
None of
okay,
these-
we get it. It's all good.
I've been talking about Seth, and I said, what about Chris and Katie? And they blocked me. Since Tony was on panel and they were talking about Seth, and I said, what about Chris and Katie? And they blocked me.
Don't you know?
Gosh dang, man, that was a
Oh, thank you, Cheesy. Don't you know?
lot.
Oh,
That was a lot.
My head's spinning.
She said in this interview that, I was a wild buck back in the day. I used to sneak out of my mom and dad's house. Don't you know? Yeah. They thought I was just perfect. Just absolutely perfect. Yes. You do have the IQ of a block of fucking cheese. You're absolutely right.
Yes, because people
With fucking holes in
will
it.
go all over the
Absolutely.
place. I mean, what the hell? People thought, first of all, they thought she was Baby Firefly. I'm like, no, that's two fucking separate people. It's not the same person. They're not trolling.
Okay, we gotta find these questions. Where the fuck are they?
Not off the well.
Let me
If I
find-
remember correctly, it's supposed to be. I think it's like 1 hour, a 1 hour show, and I think they're covering 2 or 3 cases in that hour, so to speak. That's if I remember correctly. Don't hold me to that, but I think that's what they had mentioned.
I think it's great that all three of you participated, and
Can't with
I'm
these
excited
people.
to see it.
Yeah, I mean, everything I've heard. I mean, it was. I've heard it was great, from what I was told.
You won't even open your house up to do an interview for your child, your stepchild. You won't even open your
Yeah,
house.
I
for
can't
that.
wait to watch it.
I'm excited to watch it too.
Yeah,
You
I'm
said the
still
end of
excited. I'm
April?
still excited.
Yeah, is there
Yeah,
a date
from-
yet?
Does anyone remember where the questions are? The there's specific ones that I want to ask, and it is let's say, what was the keyword? Second. Let's see here. Spot on the second phone. So connect. Okay, here's probably one of them.
Happened, Chris? Did Sebastian
Has
ever
he- has Sebastian
get
ever done
around that?
No, not well. Hold on. I will say it like this: to Sebastian's phone, like the devices we had at our house, not that I'm aware of. I'm not gonna say he hadn't,
Right.
but I'm not aware if he had. To be honest with you, anything at Seth's house, I wouldn't know. That would have to be a
You
question
know.
for him. I don't know that.
Oh goodness. Don't you know we're gonna get snow? Thank you so much, Gemini. Really do appreciate you. Thank you for sharing this. In my opinion, they're grabbing at whatever they can dig up. Yes, I think some of them are. I agree, Gemini. Thank you, September Virgo. Hey, love, justice for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. It's almost that time for the grand jury to meet again. They meet around this time every month, don't they? Hopefully.
Did he, by chance, did he ever take his phone with him to when he went to Seth's?
Thank you so much. Bet the scent dogs would have tracked them if they had gone missing after sneaking out. I bet you they would have as well. Don't you know? Don't you know? Thank
For the
you so
weekend?
much.
Did he take his
Cassandra.
phone that was at y'all's house? Did he ever take it with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I was just curious about
Yeah,
that.
see, we were wondering because Seth said something about signal at the pond or whatever. There was a certain pond they like to go to and go fishing because he could get signal. We were thinking if he had signal, if he had the phone that you guys gave him, he wouldn't have.
Guys, listen, this is a little bit off subject, but I need to say this. If you pray or send good vibes, please pray for Brandy Neal right now. Please pray for her. She's been very, very ill. Very ill. And she's been in the hospital, and it's just been really, really, really bad. I love her to pieces, and I can't really even talk about it too deep or I'll start crying. Like, I really can't.
Have to go to no pond for, or go to a pond where there's signal close by. He would already have it on the phone, right?
Yeah, but he wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to get on the internet if it's locked
Yeah.
down. So he had to be talking about another phone. There's no other
Right.
Like,
option.
yeah, his phone from our house was very locked down. I mean,
Oh, okay.
so I mean, even if he took it with him,
Okay.
he wouldn't have been able to use. Like,
Listen to this.
his biggest thing, I think, was
Listen to what he
YouTube.
says.
You know,
Listen.
I mean, there was some restrictions
This is big.
about him being on YouTube,
Right.
so he didn't have access to it.
Listen.
So, I mean, he wanted to use it to listen to music and watch his videos. That was cut off.
That was cut off. That was cut off. Now, as kids get bigger, that's when you normally start giving them more freedom, right? That's when you give them more freedom. But it seems like they took it all away. There is something up here that's going to piss me off. I'm going to hear it, and then you're going to hear me probably. So, And Edgar just exposed, in my opinion, the dynamic of how the three of them were, meaning KK, Edgar, Seth.
Because it became a problem.
Listen, very important.
So if he left the house though with his phone, would he be able to connect to a different Wi-Fi that if someone gave him the password to theirs?
No.
No.
No. So the device itself was the lock, not the programs.
Oh, absolutely, Kat.
Gotcha.
You're
Now,
about to hear
see,
it.
we were watching
You're
that
about to hear
show,
it.
and then a lady in the chat said that she had actually given one of her old phones to her son, and he gave it to a girl at school. All I could think was, what the heck if somebody did that and gave Sebastian one, you know? Not
Dude,
realizing.
I've thought of that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's always been a question.
Yep, Kiki. Yep.
That honestly, we don't have an
Exactly.
answer. The best answer I can give everybody
Exactly.
is, to our best recollection, Sebastian did not have any other phone other than the phone that Katie and I provided to him.
And now, let me just say, and now Edgar says, supposedly, he uses the word supposedly, Seth was at work. Supposedly.
Right.
Anything in his father's house we're not aware of, so I don't know. As far as I know, there was no other devices in the house either.
Remember that one girl, Queen? I think she actually had 2 phones.
After he said Seth was at work, I called him.
It's like she had the phone that her
Left
mom
him a message. He knows
and dad
exactly
gave
where
her.
he was.
Then she got the one at school, and she was
The
actually
only, and this is coming from someone who is the only person that nobody actually knows where he was. Now, he says he was in a place, but none of us know like we know when someone is at work, or they're in their house, or they're at a store, and it can be verified. This is coming from the only person who we have no idea out of all of them.
actually using the phone that her mom and dad gave her as a hotspot to connect to the
Right.
secondary phone.
To
And the-
you're right, to connect to the other phone. You know what else
Mhm.
though too? That one lady that came up here, she was talking about her teenage daughter had actually took her iPhone and logged out of the iPhone and logged into like a whole other screen that made it like a completely different phone.
Like a whole nother Apple ID.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's crazy. Kids are too smart these days.
Exactly the point. That's right. That's exactly right. Whose channel was he watching YouTube? If he's going to say here in a little bit that Sebastian was sitting around all day, all night watching YouTube. Well, first of all, whose was he watching? Whose was he watching? And they ask, well, how long ago was that before he went missing? Don't you know he cannot give a date? Or not even a roundabout estimate.
Well, I mean,
Well, hell yeah, and then they learn from other kids and then other apps and other games and shit like that. You know,
We're
like
gonna get into that.
Roblox and Minecrafts and
Right.
Becky said, Mr. Proudfoot, can I ask if Ellie is continuing to get leads daily? I'm from Oklahoma and praying for you, Sebastian's safe return.
Last we heard that they had leads had slowed down. So I don't know if they're daily.
Well, the question is, when's the last time you've spoke to law enforcement? That would be the better question. When's the last time you've been there to the office, spoke to law enforcement? That would be more interesting to me. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Amber. I'm not connecting his phone being shut off so much as just before he went missing, as just after the CPS showing up. Bingo.
But I mean, unless it's of like actual importance or something, like if it's something that's they're actually concerned with or wanting some information on, there's certain leads that if they do get them, we don't know about them. I mean, so to give you an idea, like photos of sightings that people said, oh, this looks like Sebastian, submitted photos. They do forward those photos out. We look at them, yay or nay, and then we submit, like, just give them the answer back.
Well, Mac, remember, they said at the very beginning that they got all their electronics back. And then we learned recently that that's not the case. Seth got all of his electronics back very quickly, except for the one, I think it was like a Nintendo Switch that was in the drawer that hadn't been charged, hadn't been used in even like a couple of years or something.
Clue, did you see that the Koberger hearing was hacked today for a few minutes?
Hacked?
It was literally showing something about the New York Stock Exchange. It was so weird.
Guys, by the way, tomorrow I will be live. We're talking about the Summer Wells case tomorrow. Going to have another creator on, guest, and we're going to talk about, because there's been a little bit of some people coming out and stuff.
You
I don't know
serious?
what. Yeah, I don't know
During
what
the
is
trial?
going on. Yeah, it was through the court feed too. It was really kind of scary.
That's weird. I watched some of it, but I
It
didn't
was
watch it.
freaking long. There's a lot of
Yeah.
nuggets in there, though.
Dude, that judge was not having anything they said. It was
I got 8 hours today and didn't do anything weird.
right. And they keep saying social
Listen to at least 100 hours of interviews with people that interacted with him at WSU, and she said it's awful. Her contact with
You could tell he was one of them weird.
Anything like that, they reach.
Okay, here we go.
Any accounts that
It was Chris, can you tell? Okay, can you ask Chris
Here we
why
go, right here.
Microsoft contacted Ellie? It was stated by Seth.
any
Okay, that's
accounts
what it was.
that Sebastian may have had or anything like that, they reached out to everything. They reached out to I think Google, because the kids actually had the school accounts and stuff like that. So I mean, they reached out to anybody he may have had an account with or something.
Oh yes, KJ.
I mean, but Microsoft, I mean, it would have had to come through probably a computer or something.
You bet your Nick bare ass on it. Yes, Amber. Justin, are you going to do a watch party for America's Most Wanted episode? Absolutely. Absolutely, Amber. Hey, Amy Joe. For sure, for sure. We will be right there watching it, critiquing it, all of the above. Yes, ma'am. Don't you know?
We don't have Xboxes. We only have the PlayStations. So
yeah.
there's no telling.
Well, speaking of hacked, you said that your PlayStation was hacked, wasn't it? Those school-issued Chromebooks have security and are limited to access. Yes. Misty Moonlight, at the end of this month, it could be as early as like the 21st, and it could be as late as the 1st of May. He got a fraud charge for Minecraft. Oh.
Well, and then Ann was just talking about, we were just talking about this. She said, what happened with the school janitor that was arrested
Oh yeah.
on the phone? Did they know
Oh,
if
up
he
in
ever
Portland.
worked at Sebastian's school? I have no idea. Was it Tennessee? That's where it happened?
Yeah.
Same
Yeah, it was in
school, right?
Portland.
What?
No.
It was in
No.
Portland.
Oh, I thought it was
It's
the
in
same
the same
school.
county.
Yeah.
This was a thing that happened.
County. Different school. Portland is up north, closer
Was it a gym teacher?
to Kentucky state line.
I think it was something like that.
Yeah.
Where we live is from Portland to our house is probably
30
25,
minutes.
30 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they got a problem with that here. I'm just gonna say, and it could be like that in other places. But I mean, there was a lady at the elementary school down here.
Well, chemicals at Grandpa's dissolve. If you're talking about Buttertooth, remember he got allegedly busted for some chemicals across state lines. So he was probably teaching physics or, science, something like that. A lot goes on in Sumner County. Oh yeah,
Here
You're
that was
Nashville. Absolutely.
arrested for, with the students or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, inappropriate relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walter White Sox. Probably.
Yeah, that's crazy as hell.
Probably.
That's
Someone
fucking
in here
crazy.
is worried about Cooterville when Justin is over there handing out pearl necklaces.
What? Someone's worried about Cooterville when Justin's over there handing out pearl necklaces. I didn't even know what a freaking the pearl necklace was until you guys told me that the song. I didn't even understand it. So we don't do those pearl necklaces. We are classy over here. So why are you worrying about our pearl necklaces? Deal with your own cooch, whatever your coochie-ville.
What do you mean, Cooterville?
Look at your super chat.
Oh shit, hold on.
It's so true.
Jay, consider removing the Cooterville theme since you are sharing videos of a missing child. The two topics do not mesh well. Well, just like we were talking about the rose and shit, people got all pissed off. Well, I mean, it is what it is. We're grown.
Well, that used to be like the standard on YouTube. Like, you don't talk about, like craziness when you have, a missing child's name in the title or in the hashtag or whatever. But everything's, the drama community has ensued. The
As adults, what the fuck? You think
True
we ain't gonna talk shit
community.
every once in a while? I mean,
Lee Bird, to answer your question, yes, Katie was actually the one who was very adamant about the caves being searched, if I'm not mistaken.
As far as I know, yes.
That's why I don't understand. Excuse me. Why some sites
Hold on. Don't you know, Sierra? Don't you know? Don't you know? I don't understand.
are so adamant that it can only be just one thing. I mean, there's so many things that could have happened to Sebastian. And I'm sorry.
All right. All right. No, there's not so many things that could have happened. There's not. There's nothing to suggest that he walked out. You've got to have something to suggest, right? A possibility is one thing. There's a possibility that there is, little purple and green and orange people on another planet. Text me, girl mom. But then, if there is, if there's evidence pointing toward that there could be little purple or green or orange people on another planet, is another thing. Right? There's got to be some evidence that he walked out. Saying that he walked out is just saying. CT says a higher possibility than Sebastian actually running away. Yeah, I agree. Justin, elongate the O when you say it. Don't you know? Don't you know? I grew up in North Dakota. Don't you know? Oh. Don't you know? Well, my mom and dad thought I was a saint. And let me tell you something. Old Cheesy, you damn right. I went out of that house. I was 16 years old. Little fun was 16 years old. He picked me up in his truck. Don't you know? Oh, had a good time. Got some ale.
Sorry, Chris, to say this, but I'm sure you are aware of it. But I mean, there's just so many things that could have happened. Whether he been lured out, ran away. I mean, there's just so many things. So how can all these YouTubers, be just focusing on Chris and Katie? I just don't understand it. It's like, it's just because that's what they.
Why? Well, I'll tell you. I'll give you my reason. And in no way am I saying anyone is guilty or responsible. Just like everyone else has questions that they are not willing to answer. Now, again, nobody has to answer anything. It's a free country, right? Nobody has to answer anything. But the question has always been, if your stepchild is missing and you're 3.5 hours away, why wouldn't you answer it? Why wouldn't someone running in the back of your yard and your neighbor's yard not concern you? Why would that not concern you? And ever some other video up the street, why would you say that it's, this, and then it's this, and then it's this, and then it's this, and then it's this? Why can't you say when you was in your own home? It's not that you can't. It's that you don't. Right? And again, everyone has the right, including him, to answer or not answer. The public or even authorities. But also, everyone has a right to their opinion. And this is logic. Logic. One thing that the neighbors that I have spoken to in that neighborhood, they've always been, they're not like, they're all very like respectful, and they don't trash people or anything like that. But the thing that they absolutely have just been, like I say, gobsmacked about is Edgar saying there was no car, and that one of the neighbors came out and said it was them taking the trash out. They have all been like, are you joking? And I'm like, this is this is the reality that we're in right now. This is the reality. People saying that there's not a vehicle there, that there is not people with flashlights, that there's no car that pulled up right there. They just cannot
get money for, the views,
Well, I mean, essentially, everybody's going to find a bad guy to a story, and it's the easiest way to point the fingers because one of the parents was the last one with the child.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So one of the parents was the last one seen with the child. That's one thing.
Well, you said we would have seen it, we would have heard it.
But once you go to bed, you show me one person that never goes to sleep that has a child.
Right.
That has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with it. Right? You said, or your wife said, I don't know why he walked out that door. And this is the thing. If you woke up, God forbid, and you go to your child's room and they're not in there, and you go through your house and they're not in there, you're not going to think that they walked out of the house necessarily. You're going to be so damn confused in what happened to your kid. What happened? Where are they? Not what they did, just where are they? They focus on more of, I don't know why Sebastian did it. It should be, where is he? Where is he? And did he do this? Did he walk out? Because I don't know about you, but if, let's say, Edgar and KK was, both in the house or whatever. Not saying that there was. I'm just saying this as an example. Or, well, no, let's just say that Edgar is would be the bio father, and he was out of town. And you would say to your wife, listen, KK, you said he walked out, but you know Sebastian's never walked out before. He doesn't like to get dirty. He's, quote, fearful of bugs, end quote. He's scared of the dark. He's scared of sounds, loud sounds. He didn't take his shoes. There's nothing on camera. No one has spotted him. You wouldn't believe her. There's just no way. I mean, I understand it would be hard to think that about someone you love. I get that.
Exactly.
It just doesn't happen, you know.
Your dog.
I think that's the thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, as I said, I was out of town. Katie was at the house. And Seth is supposedly at work. And
here it is.
In any given time, you can say
supposedly at work. Now it's again supposedly at work. After you know 1,000%, Edgar, 1,000% that he was at work. And if you don't, you've seen, you know he was. You said it 1,000 times, which I understand. People don't believe you because you change your stories a lot of times. But, you know, there's actual video of him being at work for nearly 13 hours. But now he's saying that, you know, Sebastian has walked out before and neighbors have
any
found
kind of negative
him.
thing you want about any parent, but the facts are still the facts. There's no sign of foul play. There's no evidence to support foul play. So,
and this is the thing. This is the thing. Edgar, you know that this is a case that is criminal. You know this is a criminal case. If I have the email and the detective telling me it's criminal, well, I certainly know you know that it's criminal. Because I'm sure Seth knows it's criminal. Right? I guess he is doing this. The only reason I can think he's doing this, guys, is only for the support of what's coming, maybe with the new interviews coming, or just for the temporary narrative, in my opinion. Because he knows this is a criminal investigation. I mean, since March 2nd or 3rd, 2024. Over a year ago, we heard that this was criminal. Then, it's unbelievable.
The only difference in all this is you
Cat and
got
mouse game.
a group of people who driving that negative narrative.
Yeah.
Instead of, looking at it from different angles. Everybody's just got to find a negative angle.
No. Wrong. You can't move on to another angle, if you can't and don't know where everyone was at or what they were doing. You can't move on if there was 5 CPS cases in the home in just allegedly in 14 months? Constantly disparaging the child, wanting him out a year ago. All the things. Throwing his shit out, his animals out, everything. The last thing someone wants to think about is that an adult could be involved with a child missing. That's the last thing. Nobody says 100%. I've never of anything. But there's a lot of things going on. And with your history, Edgar, oh man. Oh man.
And point the finger at a person, and it's like, okay, good luck.
Right.
Well, they act like he's a toddler, right? Who can't
He's not. He's a
open his
15-year-old
door.
boy. Now,
Do you remember what you said, Edgar and KK? Do you remember? He may be 15 in his body, but he's young in mind. Yeah. He doesn't know what money would get him. He wouldn't know how to, get on a bus or do anything else like that. Now they're acting like, damn, not a problem. Nothing. Right? They're like, oh yeah, he's going to be 6 or he's 16 now. But yet you're saying that he couldn't clean his room to your standard. You're saying that he had a freaking calculator on his phone and that's all you trusted him with. Or that's all you would let him do. Which one is it? Pick a lane. Please. Like, is he, chess genius, or is he young in mind? With the diapers you made him wear and all of this stuff. He was fucking scared, in my opinion.
16.
Right. Like he can sneak out. God knows half of us in this chat, if not more, were doing that at 15, probably before. Like, it's crazy. I don't understand. Like,
Oh,
Well, he did sneak out at some point because he was outside the house, apparently underneath a car that he was caught by um, one of the people across the street. Their
uh-huh,
his son's girlfriend caught Sebastian.
uh-huh.
Then the dad came over and like, there's no telling what he's been able to do.
Oh, really, Edgar? Really? Well, and then you're right. He did come over and tell you that. He did. But you're not telling the rest of it, are you? You're not telling the rest of it. And it wasn't the one across the street either. You're making it sound like it was the house across the street like that. He came and he did tell you that. He thought that there was a kid under the car and all that. But he realized it wasn't the right kid. You're not telling that part. Yep, there you go, Mohawk. There you go. Bingo. But it's just like he's running with these narratives. Just like, oh, they got the scent. They got the scent. There was a scent of Sebastian over at the pond. Yes, they got a scent. Yes, they got a scent. Yes, they got a Never. Never. And again, I'll tell you this. When it comes to the light video, the flashlight video, I bet you Edgar and KK, in my opinion, would have jumped on that video very quickly had one of those people with a flashlight go back to the house running, hauling ass. It's whatever's convenient for them, right?
That you guys weren't even aware of. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
I mean, law enforcement knows Sebastian would be at the house by himself 2 to 3 hours a day by himself when he got out of school by the time Katie or I got home.
When the neighbors were questioned.
Really? Sebastian, we know that. Sebastian would be by himself 2 or 3 hours every evening until either KK or him got off work. No wonder. Like, and that happens. That's a lot of kids. You know what I mean? That's a lot of kids who, what were they called? What did they call the generation? Door latch kids or something like that? I can't remember. But the kids never really get to see their parents. Latchkey kids, yeah, they never really get to see their parents. They get home at 3:00, and their parents don't get home sometimes till after the kids are in bed, or 5, 6, 7:00, and the kids are home, and they don't, they really don't get to see their parents, and that's really, really sad. And parents have to do it to feed the kids in a lot of cases. No judgment. It's just, to me, it's just sad, particularly for kids that need, that are special needs. Yeah, he won't answer that though. Girl mom, he will not answer that. He won't answer that. Of course there was, in my opinion, cameras inside. But this is the thing. They didn't trust him on a phone, but they trusted him to get on the bus, get off the bus by himself, go punch the code in, right? Go into his home, do his homework, do his chores, which was what was said, and you had a timeline out, didn't you, Edgar? But you said you didn't have a time scheduled for when he could eat. It didn't really matter about that. Your words. Yep, Lakeside. Yep. If Sebastian was going to leave, why would he do it of the night like that? Why wouldn't he just do it Monday whenever he got off the bus? And it would have been daylight. And he could have actually seen and took some things. I find it interesting that he went missing on a Sunday night before the next day for school. And I think, in my opinion, school has, one way or another, played a role into, in my opinion, why he's went missing the next day. Whether he wasn't sleeping and someone snapped, or there was a fight.
Did anyone say, oh yeah, I have seen him? Because remember, one guy did on dispatch. He said, the guy that lived on Honeysuckle said, I've seen that child walking, but not today. Do you think that were there people that came forward?
my problem with that is Honeysuckle. If you go look at the map, in order to get to Honeysuckle, he would have to literally walk down to Long Haul Pike, turn right, go to the next road over, and then turn right and go up Honeysuckle.
Unless he went through the back of the houses, because you can
cut through.
Yeah, if you're on Honeysuckle, you can see the turnaround.
You can see, but here's the problem: the terrain
that
drops off from the top of Honeysuckle is treacherous. Like, you go down that, and I'm telling you, you got
Honeysuckle.
Wow, sounds like he knows the lay of the land.
Very good odds of breaking a bone.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah, it's elevated quite a bit.
So you literally would have to go down to the main road.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Well, I have to say, if excuse me, if you ask my dad, who's 82, and I'm 50.
Now listen, don't you know? Listen, the block of cheese is talking.
I'm going to be 51. If you ask my dad right now, if I ever snuck out as a child, he would tell you, no, I was a perfect kid. But let me tell you,
listen, you still try to sound perfect. Don't you know? You do. You do. You still try to sound perfect. Thought I was just, don't you know, judgmental.
I was in high school. I did all my partying. I did all my sneaking out. I used to drink.
I bet you that her idea of partying, don't you know, is double dipping her potato chips in the chip and dip. I guarantee it. That's how she rolls in the cheese dip. Absolutely.
Drink like a fish when I was in high school.
Oh.
Cheesy just never got caught.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
The times were so different back then, though.
yeah, but I'm just
Scary
saying that.
now.
But that's the thing. Like, he could have been
But-
sneaking out, and
No.
this could have
Right.
been a pattern until he didn't just come back, you know?
Right.
He didn't sneak out. Oh, you're sweet, September. You're sweet. He didn't sneak out.
Either, my mother
Well, I
didn't
mean,
sleep. She only
we could-
slept a couple hours a night, and she still didn't even know that I snuck out at night.
Oh.
Well, we could say the same thing about Seth's house. I mean, Seth worked, 12, 14-hour shifts, and Sebastian would be up there at his house by himself. Now, granted, he had a phone. So if anything happened, he could always make phone calls. He had a list of.
But this is the thing. Your kid is either the type of kid that will run away or they're not. Right? They're either the type of kid that's going to run away. They're the type that's more likely to do riskier behavior. And then there is kids that would absolutely not. And Sebastian, from the get-go, I don't understand why this is changing now. Because Edgar, KK, and Seth all agreed on this. That's the one thing that they did agree on. He's never ran away before. My son, quote, Katie, is not a runner. He's never done this before. Sebastian is a pool-bound person. It's just new excuses, new bullshit that anybody with half of a brain, even if you're on the other side, could not, should be like, what? Why are you saying that? Because you didn't say that a year ago.
The numbers to call. And I believe, I'm not going to swear on this, but I believe that at one point, even Seth's next door neighbor
All right,
would occasionally
we're getting ready to get to the really good part.
check on Sebastian as well.
Getting close.
I'm not going to
Well,
swear on
from what
that,
I
but
understand, Sebastian was out and knew most of the neighbors.
let's see. I'm
No. The neighbors in that neighborhood, some didn't even know there was a Sebastian lived there. So I don't understand.
I'm not gonna lie. It kind of makes
I
me sound
mean,
like a
I'm not-
horrible parent because I don't know what he was doing up there because it was just a respect thing. We don't intervene in his household and he don't intervene in ours.
Listen,
That's
You
how
know,
it was with my kids.
it's
I
coming,
didn't know what they
Marty.
did at their dad's.
It's coming.
Unless someone got in
it's
trouble.
always-
I didn't know.
Coming.
Yeah, I mean, there was always that respect factor. There were some issues that we would tell,
Listen,
but other than that, I mean, I don't know what nor does Katie. We don't know what he was doing up there 12, 14-hour days by himself. I mean, he
You
could
didn't
be
ask?
outside. I would like to think that when his
I mean, I'm sorry, but you never asked. You never asked Sebastian, hey, what did you do for 12 or 14 hours today when you got home? What'd you do that weekend? Didn't ask? That's the first thing most people do when they sees their kid. They come home from school. How was your day? Tell me about it. What happened? You know, they gone for the weekend. How was your weekend? What did you do? It's pretty basic.
His dad told him not to go outside or do something that Sebastian listened. But realistically, he is a teenager. I mean, there's
Testing the
always a
boundaries.
possibility.
Listen.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And no, I'm not saying Seth is a horrible parent. That's not. I don't want
No,
anybody to take anything from that. I just, realistically, we were all teenagers as kids, and there's not one perfect teen who never did anything.
For sure.
Don't you know?
And I don't necessarily think that sneaking out makes you a bad teen. I think that's pretty normal. The thing is,
Oh
like,
yeah, hell
if,
yeah. That's a
if
normal.
he
teen
did
thing.
sneak out like that night, what the freak happened that this time he didn't come back?
Right. And
You know?
like last night we were watching and that kid
Well, this is the thing.
had
First of all, you're going to have something to say that he snuck out. There's nothing to say that he snuck out. There's only is alleged that mom says she woke up that morning and he was gone. That's what she says. But there's nothing that points to that. In fact, there's the absolute opposite that points to that, in my opinion. And that is the car, the flashlights at 3 a.m. To me, and 100%, this is a criminal investigation.
had talked to this guy on Tinder, and then they had given exchanged Snapchat names. And he's like, don't worry, you don't even have to. I think he said, don't worry, something about don't wear your shoes or don't worry about putting on shoes or something like that. He left his keys, his wallet, everything. All he took with him was his phone. And he had everything.
Okay, Queen played something on, I think she said 48 hours or something yesterday. If you guys want to watch that, you can watch that.
See, if we snuck out, we usually was the else.
Neighbor, we just barely got cordless.
Well, I
one.
just wonder because, Sebastian was seen in front of his window, right?
Listen to this.
Like
Yeah,
that night.
His silhouette was seen in the window.
No. They didn't say it was Sebastian's silhouette. He said a silhouette was seen in the window. Sebastian's window, I think it was. Or it might have been but there was also a silhouette like in the dining room area or whatever. I think it was the kitchen window, wasn't it? Because the only thing you see allegedly in Sebastian's window is that the light goes off. Tell me what you did Sunday night, note.
Right. So, like, was he looking out at somebody or something?
There's cameras.
So many questions.
Oh my
It's
God.
scary,
many
just all the
questions and-
possibilities.
For fuck's sake. If you can see someone's, think about that. Think about that. People don't think through something. If you can see see a silhouette or the lights inside the home kicking on and off from across the street. Remember, across the street. If you can see a silhouette inside the home in any of the windows, and you see the lights kicking on and off, then why the hell, if a door opened and a whole human ass being walked out on the porch, like you say, Edgar, and just vanished, why wouldn't you see Sebastian? The Ring camera has an outline, and it was not in Sebastian's room. That means the plantation shutters were open. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, with that being said, I'm looking forward to the airing of the America's Most Wanted missing persons show to come out. Maybe that will reach a much larger audience, and hopefully it'll start generating some credible leads.
I agree.
I believe law enforcement has started making progress since almost the beginning. I think they need more, perhaps. Of course, they need to know where Sebastian is, but I think they know who and where the leads are going.
I hope so.
Also,
How
I
long
mean,
is the segment? Do you know?
so this is it, right? For there to be, to say this is a criminal case, just think about this. It's very simple, but it's very big at the same time. For me to get the email, this is a criminal investigation. You have to know that there was a crime. You have to know that there was a crime. Right? Now, people will say on the other side that, oh, well, it's because they're calling this because it's a crime for him to walk out because he's underage. No. Look at other cases. Have you ever heard them call a case a crime for a child walking out on their own in any state on their own accord? No. That's not the way it works. Not the way it works at all.
Know how long it is?
Not off the well, if I remember correctly, it's supposed to be. I think it's like 1 hour, a 1 hour show, and I think they're covering 2 or 3 cases in that hour, so to speak. That's, if I remember correctly. Don't hold me to that, but I think that's what they had mentioned.
I think it's great that all three of you participated, and I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
everything I've heard.
That's exactly right, girl mom. If a kid runs away, they could be running away for their life. Right? They're not going to say, oh, it's a crime. Come here. Right? Because you're running away for your life or for a valid reason. It's stupid. Yet you said they filmed 12, they filmed in 2 different segments. Uh-huh.
Heard. I mean, I heard it was great from what I was told.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it.
I'm excited to watch it too.
I'm excited to watch him.
Yeah,
You
it's
said
gonna be
the end of
something. I'm
April?
still excited.
Yeah, is there
Yeah,
a date yet?
Not yet. I was just last I've heard, sometime toward the end of April, maybe the beginning of May, but I think they're
He's going to
pushing for
talk
the end of
about
April somewhere.
I saw
Sebastian's
an ad
phone up
that the
here.
first
Oh my
the
God.
first show airs
Oh
April
my
21st.
God.
Episode 1 of their
Help me,
new
Lord.
season.
See, I don't know if he'll be on the first episode or
Yeah.
what. I mean, I'm just honestly, I was ecstatic when we got the call.
I think Jennifer might
and
be
then
on it.
not
Yeah.
long after that, we got a phone call from Dateline to do that article, which I thought was really cool.
That was
Yeah, and that was good too. Body Movement said, Chris, did they take your internet router
There
or
we go.
look at
Listen.
the logs for foreign devices?
Listen.
Yes, ma'am, they did. Sure did. They brought in that little sniffer machine thingy, hooked up and looked at everything within the past 30 days of every signal in that area. Because that's how they were like, well, there's two signals that are
Now, I don't know if I agree, Trishy. Yes. I think they looked at perhaps the last month, but I think it was more to where individuals were during that month. Were they where they said they were that month? Because remember, he's saying he wasn't there almost all month. And if it's a child that's 15 and says he walked away, why are they looking like this? But listen,
unsecured now in that area. Because that's how they were like, well, there's two signals that are unsecured. And I'm like, no, they're not. They were like, well, this one here says it is. And I said, you can log into it.
all right. 2 signals here that aren't secure. I don't know what he means by the sniffer thing. But listen to this. There's 2. Let me see what he says here. Let's do it like this. Let's go like this. Oh wait, this one right here. Font size. All right. All right.
You ain't gonna get into it. They're like, every signal, looked at everything within the past 30 days of every signal in that area. Because that's how they were like, well, there's two signals that are unsecured. And I'm like,
2 signals that are unsecured. he's not even making any sense here, to be honest with you. He's just throwing something at the wall to make it sound like he knows what the fuck he's talking about.
No, they're not.
Okay. So he says they're saying there's 2 signals here that are unsecured, because Edgar's saying no, there's not. So he is saying that the FBI and the CIA and TBI have no idea how to do their own equipment, what the data is telling them. Yeah. The thing that they go to training for forever.
They were like, well, this one here says it is. I said, you can log into it, but you ain't gonna get into it.
You can log into it, but you can't get into it. You can log into it. What is it? Now listen to what he says here. Listen to what he says.
And they said, what? Well, it's unlocked. I said, try. And they tried. And I said, you're not gonna get into it. And they were like, why? Because that's my truck. And I'm
You're not going to get into it because that's my truck. Sound like, oh, Lolo, you ain't going to get into it. Now, what I think Edgar is saying is that you need a password to sign in to his truck information. And he's right. You need a password for mine as well. Edgar and I drive something very similar. But they're not talking about logging in. We're talking about handshakes. Hi, I'm in the area. Just wanted you to know I'm available. It's before you sign in. Grab your phone right now. Go to your Wi-Fi. Hit search. I guarantee you it won't be just your Wi-Fi if you have anyone around you. There will be others. Or Bluetooth. That is not yours. It's constantly shaking hands. Constantly. But we're not constantly seeing that it's shaking hands. We only see it shaking hands when we hit the search button. He's not telling you that. Did whole lives on this. And what he told people on the other panel is that during the 25th and the 26th, the days that they searched, there was 2 new it could be Wi-Fi, it could be Bluetooth, what's the word I'm looking for? It's too late. devices that was in that neighborhood during they searched it. No Mohawk. When they searched it. Yeah, burner phone can be traced. Absolutely. It doesn't matter what kind of phone it is. Now, again, they might search back for a month on specific things, but they cannot get, and they won't get probable cause or a warrant to go back and do the geofencing on an entire month. They're not going to get the geofencing on an entire month. Everyone in that neighborhood. Not a chance. If it is unsecured, doesn't that mean someone can log in without a passcode? It can. It can, Mama Bear, yes. All right.
I'm the only one with that password.
I want to just rewind.
They're unsecured. I'm like, no, they're not. Well,
just listen to
it. They did. Sure did. They brought in that little sniffer machine thingy, hooked up and looked at everything within the past 30 days of every signal in that area. Because that's how they were like, well, there's two signals that are unsecured. I'm like, no, they're not. They were like, well, this one here says it is. I said, you can log into it, but you ain't gonna get into it. And they said, well, it's unlocked. I said, try. And they tried. And I said, you're not gonna get into it. And they were like, why? Because that's my truck, and I'm the only one with that password. And they were like, oh. I'm like, exactly.
Right. I mean, if he's that arrogant and thinks that, oh man. He thinks he's the only one with that passcode. Well, you might be the only one with that passcode. But if it's showing it, something's up. And why are they supposedly checking you at what time? 1:30 in the evening? In the afternoon when you get home, allegedly? Some 7.5 hours after Sebastian is first reported missing? Hey, Chronicles, unsecured can also mean the process of accessing a digital account or network without the protection of strong security measures like encryption. Yes, absolutely. 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 Yeah. Oh, this is not going to go well for him. I'm sorry, in my opinion. I don't know, why is it not?
They're like, oh. I'm like, exactly.
Like they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Hey, Chris, will you look and back check real quick?
Don't leave her alone.
She was.
Just got it 2 days ago. Didn't use castor oil.
Said there were two unsecured signal or whatever.
Listen,
I have a
listen to
question,
this.
Chris. You said there were two unsecured signal or whatever, however you put that.
Yeah.
And I know you said one of them was your truck. Can you speak on the other one? I mean, is there any interesting? in it.
So, from what I understood, it was somebody else who had a device in the area that was normally not in the area. So it is either
That was normally not in the area. Well, but that's but didn't SF say that the person in that car is someone who normally that doesn't live there, but they are normally in that area nearly daily? But Edgar's saying it's someone with a device that's not normally in the area. Now, who would be in that area between the hours of, Sunday evening until Monday morning? Who would be in the area? Two devices, remember. Right, unsecured, yeah, it just means, yeah. Boyfriend, construction, paperboy, Uber Eats, flashlight, tag, the list goes on and on. Yes, you forgot laying in wait. But the problem I have with that is there would be multiple pings for 30 days. Of course. Of course. They're not going to get this wide geofencing on the entire neighborhood for 30 days. They might get geofencing for the last 30 days on those two devices. Geofencing, there is constitutional limits, right? Because it is ultimately an invasion of privacy. There's been a lot of debate about if this is, if it violates you constitutionally. Hold on. You said look at my text. Why was Edgar skirting his RV the day Sebastian disappeared if his parents planned to take the RV a week later to Alaska? Well, from what I understand, it wasn't them taking that RV to Alaska. They have a motorhome. And Edgar did say that he had to go get it ready for them, which I've always found interesting because now I heard that with my own two ears. I specifically remember that, and I don't know where in the hell he said it now. These pings lead them straight to that landfill. You think so? Those pings? Does Ellie have to get a... Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Ebony. Yes. Absolutely. Yes.
either somebody who like may have had a phone or a hotspot that was visiting or something, because they went back 30 days.
Okay, listen to this.
That was normally not in the area. So it is either somebody who like may have had a phone or a hotspot that was visiting or something, because they went back 30 days. 30 days.
Now, Edgar, if you think that only 2 devices came in your neighborhood in 30 days and that's it, you are smoking something fierce. People get devices all the time, every day. There is delivery drivers, all kinds of things that come in and out a neighborhood within a month. They are only looking, and what you said, according to the night you were talking, don't talk about my truck, to them is within the 25th or the 26th. Now you're saying 30 days. That's insane. And if people believe that, Lord.
Days from the signals from that day, from the
Hold on.
like may have had a phone or a hotspot that was visiting or something, because they went back 30 days. 30 days from the signals.
No, they didn't.
From that day, from the 26th, they went back 30 days.
Now, like I said, they may have went back 30 days on those 2 signals, but they're not going to go back 30 days in that entire neighborhood. There is privacy laws. They cannot do it like that. You are correct. There's a lot of limitations due to privacy. It comes to geofencing, but privacy is not the issue when you're looking for regulatory, I can't say it right now, of certain things that are tagged in certain areas. Well, I mean, you still have to, there is still, I mean, and just because someone is missing, you know, the thing with, you know, the laws is there has to be a reasonable suspicion that for them to go back 30 days and for them to do it for an entire neighborhood. Well, there's nothing to, you can't say that about the entire neighborhood, right? It just, what was that? You said, good question, Joan. What did Joan say? Do I watches show up on a search? Absolutely. Absolutely, they can. Some are cellular. Some have cellular devices in them, and you don't even need a phone to connect. Some you need the phone, but it still has Bluetooth.
Is in look. And then anything that was not in the area that was normal is what they were looking for. And out of everything they saw, it was 2 devices.
But Edgar. Oh, Carol, I've did several lives on this. Edgar, it was 2 devices that night within that time period.
My truck being one, because it hadn't been there until a certain date.
Oh, his truck being one because it hadn't been there to a certain day. What? Remember, he claimed on Trish channel. FBI did a deep search on him. Now, why would he say that? And why would Truth hide that live? Well, I have the live. What? Listen to what he says here.
Oh, it was 2 devices. My truck being one because it hadn't been there until a certain date.
What do you mean a certain day? Say the date. Say the date. What date? And you're saying, and let's get this straight, right? You're saying that they went into that neighborhood and in the entire fucking month, Edgar, the entire month, only 2 devices came in that neighborhood that wasn't normally in that neighborhood the entire month. Every house there, think of delivery drivers, think of delivery, UPS, FedEx, all of this. Think of people getting new devices. Think of construction workers coming in to fix the plumber fixing someone's house. That's a new device that's ever been in the neighborhood before. Let me tell you something. If Seth told me this kind of stuff, I would be like, oh man, fuck. Dude, what the hell? Like, can we just be honest about it? Like, if this doesn't make you have some question marks, I don't know what else. Like, you're really just not thinking rational. But this is the thing, Edgar. You're not new to that neighborhood. You're not new to that neighborhood. If you've been in that neighborhood once, they'll know. This did not help him at all. This did not help him at all. I don't know, like, I really don't know why he thinks this kind of stuff helps him. Because, like I said, I'm not saying anyone is involved. I'm not saying anyone is guilty or anything like that. Everyone is innocent until and unless proven guilty in a court of law, and unless by a court of law or by a judge or jury. But these are voluntary statements that he is putting out. Voluntary. These, you can guarantee, if any of these parents are being watched highly, law enforcement has got the record button on it. because it will certainly, if someone is charged and they go to court, it will be used against them. And that's why you're supposed to stay quiet. She actually is Ashmake. She actually is. Katie is the smart one, in my opinion. KK is the smart one. In my opinion, he is delusional about it. I guarantee you that there has been a warrant search for his YouTube account. I don't know, but I'm sure every app, everything has, probably.
And then it reappeared on devices. My truck being one, because it hadn't been there until a certain date, and then it reappeared on the 26th.
Yeah.
And then
now, this is the thing. He says a certain day. Now, get this, guys. He says a certain day, and he says until the 26th. Now, in this interview somewhere, he says the last time he saw Sebastian is when he said he hugged him when he was going to school or something on the 2nd, February 2nd. Oh, wow.
And the other signal
is not smart, man.
I don't even know. I didn't give a shit about it just because they had.
You don't give a shit about it? I would give a shit about it if I was a parent with a missing child. You don't know when
It said, well, it's not been here, so.
Oh, so it was another device from
in here.
What?
Until a certain date, and then it reappeared on the 26th.
Yeah.
And then the other signal, I don't even know. I didn't give a shit about it just because they had said, well, it's not been here, so.
Oh, so it was.
What do you mean? Well, it's not been here. What the fuck is he talking about? Pardon my French, but what the hell is he talking about? It hasn't been here. You're saying 2 devices in a month and one is yours, and you don't give a shit about the other one because they said it hasn't been here. What do you mean? Who called the 1 hour, 20-minute phone call? KP called CP or CP called KP? That's a very good question.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
Lots of shit. Lots of bullshit. The original question was, has the router been taken? Yikes. Oh God, Chronicles, this is not going to age well for them, in my opinion. Wow, the 3-hour phone call that turned into 2 hours and now a 1-hour phone call.
It was another device from earlier, not like in that time frame. It was from earlier, where further back in the previous 30 days. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Well then, okay. Let's pretend Edgar's they did it for 30 days. Just a big old thing of, the whole neighborhood 30 days. Why would they do that? And you're talking about, prior way back within the 30 days. Well, if they're not concerned about it, why would they do it? You got to have probable cause, and it's got to be, it's got to be okay with, constitutionally. Oh my God. I hope someone clips this and like sends. I mean, I'm sure law enforcement already has it, but just like clips it and like, I bet you the detectives are like, what the fuck? Do they actually believe him? Do they actually sit on the panel and be like, oh, makes sense. Makes so much sense. Just amazing. Oh yeah, the 30 days. Just one was mine. I didn't give a fuck who the other one was. I told him I'm only got the password. Body moving in when she's over there with when Edgar's talking about, don't talk about my truck. The guy with the glasses, and I think it was Granny, they were like, yeah, Edgar said there was 2 vehicles within the time they searched, or the time Sebastian went missing, and one of them was Edgar's vehicle. Body movement's like, I'm confused. Why would Edgar's vehicle be in the neighborhood? I'm like, you are so smart to be so dumb about this right now. Like, what do you mean? Why would it be in the... Well, number one, he lives there. Number two, he won't tell us where the fuck he was for a whole month. Number three, don't talk about my truck. You tell someone don't talk about your truck, that's the first thing they're going to do is talk about your truck.
And it hadn't appeared back in the area.
Gotcha.
Oh. So that one vehicle or device, let's say Edgar, it came in. This is what Edgar's alleging. This is what he's saying, that at least that I understand. That one device came in within that 30 days and never came back. Never came back. Oh. And so there was no other device other than yours and that one in that entire neighborhood of homes with $600,000 and up. I mean, I guess they live like the Amish now or something, because, I mean, they must not have, plumbers that come there and fix their pipes. They must not have Amazon delivering their shit, or the mail carrier, or any visitors or anything like that. No one coming and plowing the snow or cutting their grass or blowing the leaves or clearing their gutters. Shit. You got to be a special stupid to believe that.
So wild that they could figure out like what devices were in that area.
It's kind of like
Not
like
wild.
the geo-fencing they do.
Yeah,
with phones.
it's so crazy.
Well, see, now I'm confused because Betty, you said they would only go back for the 48 hours, right?
No.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, I don't know what Betty said, but I'm saying that they are only concerned, their main concern, and it has to be part of the warrant. They have to give them the time frame of when and why, and the judge has to sign it, the probable cause between this time and this time. It can't be big blocks of time to do these geofencing. You can't do these massive blocks of time with massive blocks of people like that. So they are concerned. When is the last time you say you saw Sebastian? When is the last time? All right. The last time I saw him was at 10 o'clock. Okay. When did you notice him gone? 6 o'clock. Okay. So we're going to do it from 10 to 6. 10 to 6, because he had to have gone missing in that time frame. That's it. That's it. Now, if they catch something in that time frame, and then that person says, oh, well, that's not my truck, or that's not my device, or whatever like that, and no, I have never been in this area before, or I haven't been, that's one of the first things law enforcement's going to do, is they're going to say, hey, was you home on the night of the 25th to the 26th? And you say, no, I was at work. And they pull this paper and they say, well, here, it's interesting because your device or your car or your whatever was right here. Oh, okay. Well, I haven't been there all month, right? They also tell them that, and that's when they hand them that. Well, it's saying that something of yours was there that night. And they say, well, I haven't been there all month. Well, then they're going to go pull your data, geofencing, because they have probable cause to check back the entire month. You can't just go do one, big old block of everybody that lives in that neighborhood. It's in steps. Oh, he does. And he has, and this is the thing. Why would Edgar say there's not a car there? Why would he say that there's not two people there? I don't understand.
Well, I mean, when Betty
I do
shows
understand.
everybody her criminology degree, that would be great.
Like,
this does not take a criminology degree. Of course, criminologist. But what's even more funny, in my opinion, and feel how you feel about Betty, that's whatever is on you. If you like her, great. If you don't, fine. But they're laughing at Betty right here. But yet Edgar just said that he told the FBI what was what. He told the FBI that they had it wrong. That what was what. That's what I find funny. Not that Betty says something, or I say something, or, you know, Muhammad Ali says something. It's the fact that, Edgar, you're saying, oh, no, you got it wrong. You're not seeing what you're seeing, FBI. I'm the only one that's got that password. Okay, then you need to start explaining.
Just to think, if you drive through a neighborhood, you
Yeah.
know, that you could be picked up, you know, they know you were there by your,
Oh yeah.
it's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the weird thing. Like with today's technology, it's amazing how they know where you are. I don't care who you are. They know where you are. If you've got a signal device, cell phone, watches, hell, even hearing aids emit a signal because most hearing aids have a Bluetooth transmitter in them.
Hi, Casey.
Do you have a hearing aid? Do you have a hearing aid, Edgar? I got a question. Edgar said the other day that he uses the bathroom in the bucket up in the crane. How does he dispose of that bucket? I mean, is that why he's pissed off all the time? Why he's climbing down the ladder? He's got a bucket of shit on his shoulders and he's like, what? Like, that's nasty. I believe the jammers was used and that he, like, I just was thinking, I was like, he's saying it's in a bucket. I'm like, ew. Can you imagine can you imagine working in the crane up there and, you know, it's a small box, right? And him dropping a deuce on a hot summer day. You know, you're way up in the air. And it would be like a Dutch oven. Cannot imagine. I know. It's bad. Fuck. You don't seem to bother me a bit. I don't care. Just don't talk about my truck. It's fine. I'm privy to it. Hey, Hindsight. I love your videos. I love wars videos too. Of gypsies videos. Check text message. Thank you, Cassandra. Oh, good. Oh, God. Guys, I think I kind of triggered Edgar. I hear I've triggered Edgar. Let me check something. 1 second. Let me see. Play this real quick.
Yeah, they do.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
Fine. Sorry,
see
I
you.
didn't mean to.
It's been a while since I talked to you. I'm glad to talk to you.
Mr. Prophet, may I ask you a question?
Hey, girl, what's up, hon?
What kind of EQ problems was Sebastian having? If you don't mind me asking, I'm not trying to get you mad or anything.
No. We're asking what kind of what problems?
You said
Don't you
Sebastian
know?
was having problems on YouTube?
Oh,
Problems on YouTube.
Well, did I show you guys the other day? I did not. You can buy those. See, I'm not big of a. I'm not much one to believe the jammers or anything like that, to be quite honest with you. But you can buy them on a TikTok shop. Ah, where'd Vic say? I love. Where's my Vic at? Maybe he gets a diaper rash. Hopefully. There's never anyone that I think deserves a diaper rash more in a hot tin can in the sky than Edgar Steen. And they also see people when they leave, like with cameras. Can anyone point that out on the panel? The fuck exactly. Edgar, get your bra on. There's trouble next door. KK's got her pants on the trailer floor. The neighbor's trailer floor. Maybe that's it.
So problems being when we tell him to like get off YouTube, like he'll sit on YouTube for hours and hours and hours and hours.
I got
Like we do.
Yeah, and he won't do like his chores, or he'll want to sit in his bed at midnight and want to watch YouTube.
Like we do.
Yeah, I mean, and he's got
He's
school.
normal. He's just like we are.
No, okay, listen
Yeah,
to this.
I mean-
This pisses me off. This pisses me off. Listen to this. Listen to this. Oh my God. Hold on. Listen.
Do for hours and hours.
Listen.
No.
And Queen is right here.
You're asking what kind of what problems?
You said Sebastian was having problems on YouTube?
Oh,
Problems on YouTube.
So problems being when we tell him to like get off YouTube, like he'll sit on YouTube for hours and hours and hours and hours.
Like
and
we do.
won't- Yeah, and he
Talking
won't
about
do like his
Sebastian.
chores, or he'll want to sit in his bed at midnight and want to watch YouTube.
Like we do.
Yeah, I mean,
He'll want to sit in his bed at midnight and watch YouTube. Justin, this is what Seth said on his live about Sebastian Gaming. What do you mean? He said the same thing? Is that what you're saying? Now, what happened? Listen to this. This is very interesting. Now, it's going to continue, and I get so pissed off. And honestly, I get pissed off at Edgar, but I honestly get pissed off at KK and Seth on this one, to be quite honest with you. If this is the truth.
and he's got
He's
school.
normal. He's just like we are.
Yeah.
And not pissed off, and it's just aggravating to me. Hindsight is 2020, or hindsight is 2002, like our sweetie in here.
I mean, but he's in school. He's got a bedtime. Go to bed. If your mom tells you to do something and your face is stuck in that phone 24/7, there's a problem.
Listen,
I have a problem with children who sit on a
Listen.
device 24/7 and don't know how to go outside and find some fresh air. And
It's not good for him. It's not good.
Yeah.
for
Don't
him.
blame
Sure.
all right, but you guys said that he was not the outdoor type. Hold on, girl mom. That he was not the outdoor type, and that he was fearful of bugs and shit, right? And he's not the outdoor type, and you're saying you get mad. Now listen,
I agree.
So in order to fix that, when we told him to stay off and he'd sneak around and do it, well, we've just fixed it. We just, all right, no more YouTube.
That's right.
now next about what he's about to say. We just fixed it. No more YouTube. So they cut all of his stuff off. All of it. All of it. Listen to this.
I have a niece who was like that, and she was always on her device with her headphones on. She was playing whatever games, talking to her friends on her headphones. I mean, she'd even do it at school and stuff. Well, she ended up not graduating. She doesn't have a job.
Wow.
You know, and it's
Listen
and
to
she's
what
got
he's
some
about to say.
boyfriend over in New Jersey.
I might
We're in Minnesota.
I might start cussing.
Have no clue about that, you know, but she's over 18, so what am I supposed to do, right? Well, she's not my kid either, but
Listen.
yeah, it's like
Oh my God.
I'm frustrated with her. And I'm frustrated with her parents for not making her get off her, because now they're like, well, what do we do with her? You know, and I'm just like, this is your fault. You didn't control what she was doing with her electronics.
Families.
Okay, here we go.
Well, I mean, I think at some point, all families that have these issues with these devices all have to take some sort of responsibility. Because,
Right.
I mean, think about when we were all growing up, when we didn't have all these devices, the parents were going outside, were going to parks, were taking the kids here and there. I mean, people were doing things like that. It's a proven fact of how much that has been reduced due to new age technology.
And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to disagree with him there, right? But also, if a kid is on there for hours and hours and hours a day, like you said, I guess y'all were allowing him at one point, and then you just cut it off. See, there's in this home, in my opinion, the way they talk, there is no moderation. It is extremism, one way or the other. Exactly, Chronicles. And I'm telling you, if you say, hey, get in the car, let's go somewhere, they'll go. But listen to about what he says about the phones here in a minute. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
I mean,
listen to this.
It's crazy.
Here's best example. Go to a restaurant and watch how many people sit on a device.
Listen here.
Yeah.
Right.
Just a question. Trying to clear some stuff up. I see people talking about so his phone at home or his internet access at home was locked down, and you said when y'all had caught him, going on it anyway. Like, when did he get on like a lockdown? Like, how long before he went missing would you say he was locked down?
Thank you, baby. Thank you, September.
I don't honestly. I can't tell you the exact date because I don't know without looking.
Isn't that interesting? He doesn't. Nobody's asking for an exact date, but you should have a kind of a rough estimate of when you locked everything down. It is a good question that Cletus asked right there. And of course, nobody's saying, we shut things down February 2nd at 1:14 p.m. A week, a day, 2 weeks, a month, 6 months, 2 years. Can you give a hint? Give us a rough estimate here. But listen, there's a lot more right here. Makes me dizzy.
And I mean, Ellie has his phone, so I can't even give you that answer. There were several, like two major times that I know of for a fact. I locked down his phone once.
I locked down his phone once. Okay. Remember, in this house, it seems like there's a lot of pulling between KK and Edgar about Sebastian. Remember, I took away his stuff and made him take it to the trash. And then one time, Mom stopped me. Right? Remember that. Keep listening. He's saying right here, he locked down his phone once. Oh wait. Oh wait.
And it was an issue with Katie and Seth against me. So both of them.
It was an issue against Katie and Seth with me, meaning him. Listen to this. This infuriates the shit out of me, this part. And to be honest with you, if this happened, it's disappointing. Justin, wait. Do you hear what he's saying now? Let's keep him talking. Just wait.
Them against me because I locked it down.
Hold on.
And
Listen
they were
to
like,
this.
well, how long is he good? Katie and Seth against me. So both of them against me because I locked it down. And they were like, well, how long is he going to be locked down? I said, till he learns. And
till he learns. Learns what? So Katie and Seth are like, listen, Edgar, they are the parents. They are the parents. You are a step parent to a lot of kids in the past. He's not your kid. So it's his house, his rules. That's it. The parents out here are saying, well, when can our son have his phone back? And if that happened, that's disappointing, to be honest with you. I mean, I would understand that, you know, you don't want to step in other people's household, but also he is a 15-year-old child who has autism, who stays by himself alone a lot. So was he home without a phone when he got home? Is that what you did, Edgar? Mom and Dad are saying, when can he have his phone back? You're a step parent. That phone was a brick. Might as well use it as a doorstop.
And then
Listen.
one time,
Listen.
they finally said, look, it's been X number of times.
Listen.
Can he get it back? And I said, he needs to come and talk to me about it, not y'all. And Sebastian.
He needs to come and talk about me. Your child needs to come and talk to me about it. And I'll see if y'all's biological kid can have the phone back. I'm telling you, if it has never been Edgar's way, it's no way. He was overstepping his boundaries by far. That is, it is it's disgusting, it's disturbing. It is. And you hear these conversations from Edgar multiple times, that there's this pull and tug in this house, right? And like I said, Edgar's talking to Seth, right? Saying, Sebastian, can he come live with you? But Edgar's also talking to KK. He's juggling everyone to get what he wants, in my opinion. Absolutely insane.
She did come and ask, and we sat down and had a discussion. I said, okay, I'll unlock your phone. Do not make me regret this, please. Please prove to me and prove to everybody else that you can stay off of all the YouTube, and if you're told to do something, you can do it, and it won't be a problem. He said, yes, sir. He gave me his word. Okay. And then I don't remember exactly how much longer after the fact, and his mom told him to do something. He didn't listen. He said, all right, done. Right there. We're done. And I locked it back down again.
Listen, I understand a healthy amount. There is too much electronics, for kids and stuff. I get that. Adults too. We're not immune to that either. But he's a 15-year-old. Every other kid in school that is 15 years old has a phone, has the internet, maybe exceptions on the internet on what websites and stuff they can do. But I guarantee you that they got more than a freaking calculator on their phone. So can you imagine not being able to go to other kids' houses, other kids not being able to come to your house, right? Not having a phone that actually does anything worth a shit, right? Can't even talk to your friends of the evening. And not only that, but you're in a diaper when you're in school. This is a kid who is, by all intents and purposes, a normal child, right? Who is autistic. Not, on the, more shallow end of the autism. Very functional. He just wants to be like a teenager. That's it. That's all the hell he wanted, was to be like a teenager. Justin Seth said he could see what Sebastian was watching, and it was videos about bullying. Yeah. I know. And that breaks my heart. That breaks my heart. All he wanted was friends, to be a kid. He can't even, it's one or the other in their house. There is no healthy boundaries. You know what you can do other than take their phone and just not let them do anything? You can limit what websites that they're able to go to. Understandable. And you can have it shut down at a certain time. Done it. At a certain time, internet no longer works. Right? Internet no longer works. That simple. Oh, thank you, Wendy. There are parental locks as well. Of course, yeah. Yep, I've got it. If there is a website that is possibly concerning, it sends a notice to my phone. It'll say what they're trying to get into. I can approve it, not approve it. I can approve it to where they can always go to this website or just this time. There's nothing wrong with that. But because he does it once, right? I mean, these electronics and all of this, it is meant for you to stay in front of it. That is what they want. Right? And we all do. But this is horrible. The parent saying, "Can our son have his phone back?" With Edgar, this is his 5th marriage. He's used to this shit by now. Mr. Edgar, I can't imagine. Asshole.
And I mean, it's a proven fact. Like, if you're going to tell me you're going to do something, do it. But when you're not going to do it and you're going to go against it, all right, I'll just turn it off. I won't give you you won't have a reason to not listen to your parents.
This is him explaining it over a year later. Think about this. Over a year later, and Sebastian has been missing over a year. And this is still the attitude. I can't imagine before. Can't imagine. I want to cry. I just want to cry for him.
You just won't need to. You won't have YouTube.
Yeah, and the reason I thought, I felt like it was pertinent to me was trying to figure out, like, how long before
Anyone
he
want to
went
become a
missing could he
member?
have had,
Come on.
if he arranged something, right?
Anybody?
That's really kind of where I was going, but I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. I get
That's
that
it.
too.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I know it sounds horrible, and I don't really remember.
No, I mean, it don't sound horrible. It's been, 13 months, and I'm sure it's
been 14 months for me.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
On contrary to what everybody wants to believe.
Exactly,
it's 14
Lisa.
months for me. It's 13 months for the other parents. I am 1 month ahead of them.
He's saying he's 1 month ahead because he didn't see. He says he hasn't. This is important right here. He hasn't seen Sebastian since. Here, listen.
I'm sorry, Chris.
Despite what everybody wants to say, February 2nd at 4:30 p.m. in the afternoon.
February 2nd at 4:30 p.m. in the afternoon. So when he said earlier that between a certain day my truck wasn't here, and then he said until the 26th, then his truck should not be in that location at all. February 2nd after 4:30 until February 26th, period. Do you believe that he did not see KK for 24 days? Do you believe he did not see KK or his home for 24 days when he's only 3 hours away? He just sat there in his little camper box. Now he gives the date. It was the 5th. I thought they went to dinner for Valentine's. They haven't said anything. They've never answered that. Actually, nobody on the other side has even asked him. Well, Joe, funny you mentioned that. That's what I was talking about earlier. I contacted someone who's contacted me, and they told me that they're coming back. They've been out of town for a little bit, but they're on the way back, and they're going to figure that out more. So hopefully I'll know tomorrow. But they think it's between the 5th and the 10th, if they recall correctly. And if that is so, well, then that blows this all to hell for him. That won't age very well. And this is something that all 3 parents were at. Well, mom and dad and the serial matrimonist, Edgar.
It was the last time I gave Sebastian a hug, and I told him to be good when he went to his dad's house. It's the last time I saw my stepson. Last time.
I'm sorry.
So, and I'm sure people are going to tear.
Okay, so what, you know what we need to ask? Mohawk, can you remember this for me? Because I won't remember. We need to ask Seth who on the 2nd, February 2nd, because he just said when he was going to his dad's. We need to ask if Seth came by the house and picked Sebastian up after 4:30 on the 2nd.
That shit apart, and I really don't care.
We're going to cross-check and verify. And listen to what he says there. They're going to tear this shit apart. Well, we got questions. And he doesn't care, so good.
I'm sorry.
So, and I'm sure people are going to tear that shit apart, and I really don't care.
There's my sister. Hello, girlfriend. As old as the channel. Thank you so much, my sister. Love you so much. This guy reminds me of the stepmother from Cinderella. Yes. Love you too, darling.
I mean,
Said he
people
doesn't
tear
care.
apart anything. That's
For sure.
That's what people do.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what
Right.
it is.
You know, well, here's the. So not too long ago, Kate and I we went back and we were just looking at some pictures and some videos.
Love
And
you, Art Taylor. Thank you,
how
baby.
much Sebastian
Appreciate
has
you.
changed from the time he moved from California to here, and then we've got videos before his voice changed, and we got a video or two after his voice changed, and it's like, good God, and it's crazy. I mean, just watching your kids grow up before you, it really makes you stop and think how much valuable the time is that you have with your children. And it doesn't matter what age they are. My parents are older, and they watch their kids still grow and their grandbabies. And I mean, the same for everybody else on this, you know.
He's so full of shit. So full of shit. So full of shit. We know that Seth picked up Sebastian on the 16th for that weekend. Yes. But he's saying that Sebastian was going to Seth's on February 2nd at 4:30 when he was leaving. So if we hold on, we go to 2024 and we go to February 2nd. That's on a Friday. So Seth should have had him the 2nd and the 16th, right? 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 16, 17, 18 of February. Did HIPAA and LE give him permission to give out that date? Right, KJ. Do you have a different screen name? Kiki, thank you so much this evening, honey. I really appreciate your support. Mama Bear would come out, step back, big boy. My baby is getting his phone. Fuck yes. I'll tell you what. I cannot imagine. You know, as much as the bad step parents are, thank God for the good ones. They are so amazing. So amazing. So thank you to the good parents that are step parents out there. And think about, I cannot imagine my child getting remarried with a new man, and then I'm asking them, can my child have their phone back? Give it to me, mother. The fuck you mean? You know what? Because of that, baby, you're getting an upgrade. Come on, let's go to AT&T. Let's go to Verizon, honey. And do. Mm-mm. No bueno. Mm-mm. Get in the car, honey. I'm gonna get you some new shoes, by the way. Give me your fucking card. That's what I'd say. I just could not. I got chills. Right now. I don't feel good anyways. Matter of fact, I'm getting some new shoes too, baby. Come on, let's go. How about that? Good Lord. Yes, KP. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. Mm-mm. All right, y'all. I need to go to bed. Oh God, I pray I feel better tomorrow. You want a pony, baby? Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. My baby little Hercules. Such a good movie. Such a good movie. He has no boundaries. No. Arrogance. Out the ass. Out the ass. I hope so. I hope so. So does he lock out KP on the Wi-Fi? Nothing would surprise me. Next time would have been March 1st because they are there's 29 days in February 2024. Now, sometimes Seth would have Sebastian 3 days. He would have him Friday evening, Saturday, Sunday, and sometimes Monday, I think. If there was no school or something. Maybe it was during summer or whatever. I don't know what that was. All right. Thank you, guys. Love you all. Appreciate you. I'll be live tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit later tomorrow, probably if I feel good. I'm working in Pearl's room tomorrow. I need to go charge my drills. I might go live and let y'all see it a little bit. We'll see. All right, guys. Love you all. Good night, and God bless each and every one of you. Thank you all for being here. Justice for Sebastian, Wayne, Drake, Rogers. Good night.